That's it. So they don't like, you know, a warm room at night.
Right.
So what you can do is set on a timer a reduced temperature. Okay.
Right.
This one here is a 7-day timer. Oh, obviously after a few seconds it goes back to the main setting, the main screen. Sorry. So that is a 7-day timer. So you can set it up to obviously 7 days. This one here is what is called a delayed timer.
Right.
And what that does is, if you're on a seasonal pitch, what you can do is set it to come on a specific date or time. So you leave it, you can come back to it. You can actually set it to say come on an hour before you arrive.
Yeah.
And obviously it warms up. What it will do, unless you obviously change it or switch it off, it will then run for 24 hours. And then after 24 hours, it will shut itself off. In 7 days' time, if you haven't changed the settings, it will do exactly the same. So it's every 7 days, it will do that. And then we'll go back to the main screen again. That one, as I was talking about, obviously, if you've got both energies running, you can prioritise gas or electric. Obviously, it's prioritised to electric at the moment. You may want to change it. Obviously, it's the option there. This one here is to calibrate it. So if obviously it's showing 30 degrees on the screen, that's what your room temperature is. Obviously, a lot colder in your room. Obviously, it won't allow the heating to come on because it already thinks it's at 30 degrees. Yeah. So what you can do is calibrate it by using that. Okay, the likelihood is unlikely, but it's obviously option there. Okay, this one here, that's your backlights for your screen. Obviously,
right. Yeah.
It can disturb people if it's glowing in the dark at night. You can change it to dark. So what that obviously is dark, obviously when you see it. But if you just touch the screen, it'll just light it up. Or we've got invert also. Change it to invert. And it's actually got the icon, the black screen, but the icon's lit.
Yeah.
But the factory setting is bright. You can obviously change the brightness of it as well via that. This one here is to do with bugs in your water, bacteria in your water, hot water tank. With that, as long as your clock's set and that is switched on, it'll allow the boiler to boost the temperature of the water around about 2 o'clock in the morning and kill any bugs. So it brings it a temperature above what bugs can survive in. Very similar to the water boost anyway. So if you'd already operated that, it does the same thing. This one here is to do with the circulation pump settings. You can have it on continuous if you want to. Obviously, it's a thermostatically controlled at the moment, so when it gets some temperature, it'll switch itself off. But you can have it on continuous. Oh, thank you very much. So it'll run continuously. The only problem with that is if you've got it on running continuously on the heat, it may detract from the heating the water, so your water might not get up to temperature. Where are we? Right. That one there, every time I press the screen, it will go beep if you wanted to. That one there, if you want to talk Italian, German, or whatever to it, someone actually does it do well, so says, no, I'm afraid not. External, what that one is, you can actually have a plug-in. You can have a system connected to it, obviously additionally, so you pay extra, where you can actually operate off your phone if you wanted to. Obviously, people who like gadgets. This one here, anything grey, obviously they're not connected. So you can have, if longer vans, you can actually have a thermostat in the front and the back of the van, so you can vary the temperature compared to which side of the end of the van you're at. And also, I'm not sure what that one is, but that one there, it's actually to do with defrosting the cylinder. Obviously, in a cold country, you can actually defrost the cylinder on it if you wanted to. And last one, reset, which I might try that in a minute. Obviously, if you have any problems, you can press that reset button. Hopefully, it'll reset back to factory settings. Or if you've changed any of the settings on it and you're not sure what you've changed, hit that and it'll go back to factory settings. Service, that's for the guys to check the boiler's up and running and up to temperatures. And installed accessories, obviously, the other things you can have is obviously the guys can set up on that one as well. Okay, well, I'll press reset, see if that does anything with the gas. I'm sure everything is switched on. I'll just double check again. We'll fire the cooker up next and then we can see if that is have we got gas through there? Yeah, we've got gas coming through there, so we're running before. See if there's another gas tap down here. See if we
cushion there.
Yeah, got plenty of cushions. Right, that might have something to do with it. Someone turn that. Remember which cushion goes where. I don't know if you remember the Krypton factor, but
This looks a good start.
sits in there.
That's it.
Right, fingers crossed
Okay.
now that should have sorted there. That's it. Yeah, that seems to be okay now. Right,
Okay.
so you're happy with the heating, water
Well,
system?
yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
When we get to play with it, we'll learn
Yeah,
more. won't
that's
we?
it, yeah. It's obviously is in your handbook.
Yeah.
So obviously you'll read that if you're struggling to get to sleep at night.
I'm
That-
sure
that's
I
quite.
will.
It's usually quite
First
useful.
day
reading.
out, and we'll be reading that a lot.
Yeah, but it's one of them things. Once you play with it a few times, it's obviously it comes easier
You
second
learn
nature
more
then.
by getting your hands on and doing it.
Yeah,
don't you?
exactly, yeah.
And making mistakes and.
Yeah, well, hopefully not too many mistakes.
Well,
but
no.
yeah, but you find things out. You say, oh, I shouldn't have done it that way. Do it this way. You shouldn't damage anything anyway because it'll shut itself off anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, fridge on off button is that there, so you just press and hold that and switch it on or off. It's run on gas at the moment. Now running on electric.
Yeah.
If you want to run it on gas, all you do is press that, it will auto ignite. If it fails, it will let you know. What I'll do, I'll just put it on 12-volt system now. That's a failure. Okay, that 12-volt system is when it's connected to the car.
Right.
Okay, it's not the leisure
It's not
battery
the
on
leisure
board.
battery, no, just the
So
car.
that will only operate when the car is running. So when the engine's running, obviously you connect your electrics to it.
Yeah.
That will then obviously shut that warning off.
Mm-hmm.
It will not cool the fridge down when it's on that 12-volt setting. It will just maintain the temperature in the fridge. So if you want to travel with the fridge cool, you need to cool the fridge
Cool it
before you
beforehand.
travel.
Oh,
So you want
right.
to run it on electric or gas before
Yeah.
you travel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. If that happens on the gas side of it, that obviously means the gas has failed to light. Obviously that and obviously that flashing. Obviously check the usual things. Either you've got gas, you've turned your gas on. Fire your cook up, make sure you've got gas there. And all you do is just press that button and it reattempt to light it. Okay, it may take 2 or 3 attempts if you haven't used it on the gas for a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously that's running on electric. It has got a memory, so we've got a battery in here also. If I switch that off, when you come to switch it on next time, it will remember what it was running on.
Yeah.
So it'll attempt to whatever set it was running on last. Obviously, as long as it's connected. So if the electric's not connected, it will come up with that warning. Okay, this side of it is your temperature range. All 5 lit. That's the coldest your fridge is going to be. Obviously, if it's coming out frozen butter, then obviously it's too cold. 2 or 3 is probably round about right, depending obviously
Yeah.
the temperature outside. Okay. Open the fridge. Just press down on the big button. See this contraption on the side here where the light is? You just push that little against the wall and then slide it towards you. What that does is hold the fridge door open when it's in storage to allow air to circulate.
That's a good
Okay, so it's
idea.
using a door mechanism, so
Yeah.
use a door button to open it and make sure you push it fully back, because if you don't, the door won't seal and then you'll be ringing up saying that the fridge doesn't work. Okay? Obviously that's what the engineer told me to say. Okay, so you're happy
We've
with
had some of those in.
yeah, obviously we had one or two, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Microwave, big button opens it. Do not travel with glass plate in there. If that falls out, you're going to be in trouble. Because it's expensive, it drops on. And that drops as well. Okay, to operate it, this control here does nothing on its own. Okay, what you have to do is press the microwave button once. That gives you 100%, 80%, 50% or whatever energy you want to use. Then press it again, and that gives you seconds. Okay, and then you just press start, away it goes. It has also got a quick start on the start button, so if you press that, it goes at minute increments and automatically
Yeah.
starts. Okay?
Yep.
So how complicated you need it for warming beans up, I don't know.
Yeah, defrosting bread. No,
Yeah,
well, we won't
that's
have
it.
bread frozen, will we here?
Well, I know, hopefully not. Right, cooker, igniter, 12-volt igniter there. So you just press turn. Obviously hold it a bit longer than I did. Okay, it has got a safety device in the lid. Okay, so obviously you don't normally do that, but
Yeah.
obviously make sure it's cool before you put the lid down normally. But if it's not lighting, just make sure that that lid's fully back. Okay, when you open the grill, you see this little ledge pops out with it. What that's doing is protecting the bottom of your controls when you're using the grill, so make sure that does pop out. That's your grill that side. Okay, nice lid. Also, obviously got your pan handles inside the grill pan. And obviously make sure that stays open while you're using it. That one. Obviously your oven.
Yep.
Okay. That's that one. Straightforward enough. Obviously got a solar panel on the roof. Just inside there is your regulator. It's totally automatic, you don't need to switch anything on or off. Okay. Obviously it detects a drop in the voltage, it will obviously automatically start feeding it. The button there, the bulb there, or the light there, it's green on the left at the moment. It can go red. If it's red, it's giving the full 14 volts, sorry, from the solar panel to the battery. If it turns green, obviously the battery is in a slightly better condition, it's giving around about 12.5, 13 volts.
Right.
The light on the right, green flashing, that's to say it is charging. Okay. There will be occasions when obviously lights go out. One, obviously when it's dark, obviously it's not going to do much in the power from the stars or the moon. Also, if the battery is fully charged, so if you obviously got your charger working, which I haven't done your consumer unit yet, your charger switched on and obviously charging through 240, it's not going to give, you know, obviously if it's fully charged, it won't need that. Also, if it's fully discharged, the battery, then it actually shuts them lights off to save that little tiny bit of electric, so it'll feed all the electric to the battery.
Yeah.
Okay? Consumer unit, which I got slightly distracted from before. Okay. So, working from right to left, you've got a spare one, obviously that's not connected to anything. Heating hot water, as we said, obviously that isolates your electric to your boiler. Charger, on the green one.
Yeah.
They're all buttons. The reverse polarity is just a light. If you go on the continent, they tend to wire things slightly different than us.
Okay.
If you plug your electrics in, come in, have a look. If that is lit, you have to get obviously pull your electrics out and get an adapter to operate off theirs. Okay. 240 trips on the right. You've got an info note there to say what they're connected to. 12 volt fuses on the left. Again, info note to say what they're connected to. System shutdown button. And what that does, it will shut down all the 12 volt system. Okay, running apart from your tracker and your alarm. Even though that button there switches your 12 volt systems on and off, on the power button there's always something running in the background. So when you're in storage, you don't want the battery to drain.
Yeah.
You can hit that system shutdown button.
Right. Okay.
And that will switch everything off, or even anything in the background. Obviously, you need to make sure you switch it back on again if you want to. Obviously, when you start to use the caravan. So if you're pressing that, well, why is that not working? Just make sure that that is working there. Okay.
Right.
He's got a soft close on it. Look, it's confused me when I first came across them. Okay, bathroom. Light switches. Obviously on the side of the wardrobe. Radiator. Obviously warming up. If it's cold at the top, obviously similar to your domestic one. If it's cold at the top, warm at the bottom, obviously you've got airlock. You can obviously get the air out through there. Obviously be very careful because it's not just water in that system, it's actually got antifreeze in there as well. So if you are going to do that, put a cloth or something over it because you don't want that all up your new van. Electric flush on your toilet. Obviously you hear that noise and then obviously it's empty. Warning light to say obviously your tank's full or your waste tank's full. Inside your wardrobe, obviously apart from your step, is your expansion tank for your heating system. And you can see there's very faint but minimum maximum mark.
Right.
Make sure it's at least finger width above minimum when it's cold before you start. If you need to top it up, all you do is take that out, unscrew the top. It's probably best to ring up either service or whatever to say what is the best stuff to put in it, because obviously we've had one customer who's put the wrong stuff in it, don't know what it is, and it's gone really thick, and they've had to flush the whole system out and redo it. Obviously it starts getting expensive. So if you do need to top it up, make sure you're putting the right stuff in. Okay. So just try to remember the aerial, isn't it? Obviously not in here.
The aerial.
That's it, yeah. Obviously, storage for your table. Make sure you put that clip on. The last thing you want to do is that start bouncing out, and it can make it a hell of a mess. Again, expensive. Okay, shower. Obviously, something similar to what. Very straightforward. Obviously, mix of taps.
Yeah.
The rest of your bathroom.
Back up.
Just think where the aerial was. Not many different vans today. Oh, there it is. Good guess. Right, directional aerial, if you had that on your last van. To operate it, obviously loosen the locking nut, you can spin it round, there's a little indicator there, which it tells you here, the indicator is facing the direction of travel. So that really tells you much, but obviously for travelling, make sure it's in that position. Obviously it also gives you an indication of which way the aerial's pointing when you want to try and pick the signal up. Have a look to see where everybody else is pointing theirs, and obviously you can replicate that by push it up, turn it around, and then lock it off. You can